Okay, good evening, guys. Today we are going to be diving into a copy that made millions, right? We're just going to dissect a copy and bring out the very interesting things that are necessary for a winning copy, for copy that sells like wildfire, right? So the aim is to practicalize all these things you have been learning, maybe something you have seen in a course somewhere, something you watched on YouTube or wherever. The aim of this is to practicalize it for you to understand how it flows, for you to understand how it is done. It's not just by reading, it's not just by blowing one grammar or the other somewhere. It is by practicalizing, it's by putting this thing to work, right? So this copy, I just found it out of some Agora swipe files that I have. And I said, okay, let's just use this, right? I've not even gone through everything myself. I just came through it with some of my students. So let's just do that, right? So, Precious, are you here? Okay, okay. Hello, Precious. Can you please read for us?
Hi, good evening. Hope you can hear me clearly.
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. Learn money making business secrets of the world's highest paid super consultants for 96% less than his private clients pay him.
Okay, can you stop there? You see that there is something about headlines that a lot of copywriters out there they just fuck it up. They just make a whole lot of mistakes when it comes to headlines. Your headline is not for everybody. This is a mistake people make continuously. They try to write so that everybody will keep on reading their headline, their sales letter. It shouldn't be like that. Your headline should filter. We know that attention is hard to get. But what we want is filtered attention. We don't want any form of attention in our sales letter. We want filtered attention. And this is how you need to think in order to write any form of copy, any copy at all. How can I filter the kind of people that will read my sales letter? Remember that copywriting is geared towards making money, right? This kind of copywriting we are into, which is direct response. We want a direct response. We want an immediate response. We want an answer right now, not tomorrow, not next tomorrow. We want you to take a decision right now and buy this product. We want you to spend that money right now. And that's why it is very powerful. It is not for people who love theatrics and magic. We want your money. That is what this copywriting is all about. So we are using written words to sell. And if you want that, you don't want everybody. If you're for everybody, you're for nobody. So it's not just about going on Twitter or Instagram and shouting, um, 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 you should know your target audience. If once I read your headline, I already know if you know your target audience or not. Your headline should immediately filter the kind of people you want to talk to. And that's what is happening here. You can see they said, learn money-making business secrets of the world's highest paid. They know that they are immediately telling you that this is a money-making sales letter. If you're interested in increasing your finance, come here. Don't ever make the mistake of trying to make your copy for everybody. You have a problem. That's number one lesson today. Another thing is, as a copywriter, you need to predict to the detail. Please listen to the exact words I use. You need to predict to the detail the action the customer will take after reading every sentence of your sales letter. If you say this, what impression do you want to make on the customer? What impression do you want to make on her? What impression do you want to make on him? So it is very important to do this. It's not, you don't just write. I see people trying to speak English. I see people trying to twist it up. You don't do that. You are writing with intention. Please mute your mics. So everything you write is with intention. Everything you write is intentional. So make sure you predict the reaction the customer wants to have, should have when they read your copy. Okay. So here they said, learn money-making business secrets of the world's highest paid super consultant. Do you know why super consultant is in capital? It is intentional. Super consultant was not just put in capital for no reason. There was a reason why it was put in capitals. There was a reason. They want to give you an impression. They want you to know that this is not just an ordinary consultant out there. They use the word world's highest paid. This is not, it is not, they are trying to create a character. See, when it comes to buying and selling, there are three things that determine if a customer buys your product or not. Number one is trust. Number two, the customer doesn't like you. And number three, the customer doesn't have money. But almost everything is centered on trust. It is trust. Can I trust you? Can I trust you with my hard-earned money? It is trust. So how can I start building that trust with my customer using just words? Just words. Please mute your mic. So how can I use words to make my customers trust me? This is why you need to know every single thing you're writing. You don't just write. World's highest paid, what are they trying to do? They are trying to build a character here that you have to trust, that you have no other option than to trust. They are building a character that you have no other option than to trust. Please, always pay attention to the kind of words I use. This character here is to make sure that you have no other option than to trust that character. Remember, we are still in the first sentence. We are just dissecting the first sentence of this sales copy. It's very important. We are just in the first sentence, right? Okay. For 96% less than his private clients pay him. Are you seeing what these people are trying to do here? They're trying to tell you to learn this, right? Of the world's highest paid super consultant. In your mind, you're saying this guy is highest paid and he wants to teach me something. Are you sure it's not going to cost $50,000? But they go on to say for 96% less than his private clients pay him. In your mind, you're really thinking that this is a steal. In your mind, subconsciously, see, a copywriting, one of the major things in copywriting is making sure that you subconsciously plant thoughts in your customer. You subconsciously plant thoughts in your customer. You don't have to spell it out. It is a simple sentence, but you don't have to spell it out. It will imply a lot of things on its own. And here, what is this trying to imply? It's implying that, see, anything I'm giving you is a steal. And it is for an exclusive set of people, his private clients, but you're going to get access to it. And there's something about headlines. There are 4 uses of writing a headline. One of them is being ultra specific. 96% gives you a sense that this person knows what he's saying. Can you guys hear me? Please, if you can hear me, give a thumbs up or comment. If you can hear me, please give a thumbs up or comment. Okay? I would love to keep carrying everyone along. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Great. Okay, beautiful. Let's go on. So if you use this exact number, 96%, it implies that you know what you're saying. But if you're vague and you say over 90% or less than 100, you are being would I say laissez-faire, and laissez-faire doesn't put money in your pocket. You see, spending money is serious business. If you know me, you know I say this. Spending money is serious business. It is not, people are using they're giving you their hard-earned money. And you need to be worth it. Please, don't forget we are still dissecting the first line of this sales letter. Spending money is serious business. People are about to spend their hard-earned money on you. And you need to show them that you know what you're saying by being ultra specific. 96% less than his private clients pay him. That is very specific. You're about to give him something, 96% less than, right? Okay. Precious, please.
Get a famous $5,000 value.
Sorry, your voice is low.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's far better.
Okay. Get a famous $5,000 value business growth system filled with profit boosting ideas and strategies. Galore with just $149 as part of a daring test we are doing.
You see that this thing now, they're trying to tell you this is a direct lead, right? They are coming straight up. They are not trying to tell you a story and now present an offer to you. There is no beating around the bush here. See, we mean business here. We are telling you that this man is great. And see, he's about to give you something that he only sells to his private clients, exclusivity. He's about to give you something he sells only to his private clients, and he's giving you that at 96% less. The value here, they're saying it is $5,000, and they're telling you exactly what it's about, right? For just this amount as part of a daring test we are doing. You see, there's one thing about headlines. I love to emphasize on headlines. My copywriting godfather, David Ogilvy, I love that man a lot. He said that if he had 100 cents, that is $1, he will spend 80 cents on headlines. That he will spend 80 cents on headlines. He will spend 80% of his time on headlines and 20% on other parts of your copy. So I'm always specific about headlines. I'm always dissecting headlines far way more than any other thing, right? So you need to pay attention to your headlines. It is the root of everything, right? Your customer needs to have a sort of mental conditioning when they see your copy. They are meant to be thinking, okay, this is awesome, this is new, this is exciting. I want to find out about this. This is what they are meant to be thinking. And if your headline loses them, you are in trouble. You will not make the sale. Not making the sale is the worst phrase in copywriting dictionary. excuse me, your aim is to make the sale. Your aim is to sell. If you cannot sell, you are useless. As a copywriter, you are result-oriented. Copywriting is not like maybe I'm not trying to attack anybody, but copywriting is not like a 9-to-5 job where you go and play your part. You just go and play your part, then other or your team members might bring you. Copywriting, if you fail hard. You crash to the bottom. It is result-oriented. That's why when I say I've made $500,000 for business owners, it is out of sheer discipline, out of dedication. This is result-based, right? So you need to understand this, that copywriting is all about sales, is all about results, okay? Let's not deviate. So get a famous this, I was talking about headlines, and your headline needs to have an emotional backing to it. You don't want your headline to make people stop and start thinking, what was this guy trying to say? That's why you need to communicate your headline like you're speaking to a 10-year-old. Explain it. Break it down. Don't use bogus words. This is not content writing. This is not something else. Use simple words in your headline and say exactly what they want to hear. There is nothing sweeter than someone having an already existing belief in their head and you go on and mention it. They will be screaming. There is nothing sweeter than that. So learn to mention what is already going on in our head. Learn to confirm an already existing belief. Just see what is going on in our head in your headline, okay? So your headline should have an emotional punch to it. Don't try to be too logical. You don't want your customer to stop and start thinking, how am I going to do this? Or what's this about? You want her to still be on an emotional level in her head, right? Okay, Precious, please go on. Precious, are you there?
Dear friend. Yes, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Can you please go on like...
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Dear friend, if you own or run a profit-based business, or have a promising money-making idea, you're about to become a lot wealthier, a lot sooner than you expected.
Excuse me.
World famous marketing
Sorry.
genius and business growth expert,
Sorry.
Jane Abraham,
Can you hear me, Precious?
wants to make your business.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I think when I say something, you hear it a little late. Okay?
Yes.
So I will just go on from there. So if you look at this lead, if you look at what this first sentence here is saying, what they are trying to do here is immediately filter who they are talking to. I mentioned how filtering your audience. You are not writing to everybody. Your aim is by the time they reach the third page, they are highly qualified. You don't want everybody to read your sales letter. It should be specific. It should be hardcore to the people you want to solve their problems. If you're writing to mothers who just gave birth, let it not mix with mothers who have a 30-year-old son. No. It should be strictly for lactating mothers. It should be strictly for people who are going for postnatals. So that's exactly what they did here. That is what they did here. If you own or run a profitable business or profit-based business, they are filtering. They don't want any other person to read this. Or have a promising money-making idea. You're about to become a lot wealthier, a lot sooner than you expected. It's not, you people, you might think that these sentences are just made for fancy or because they flow. The more intentional you are in your copy, the more sales you make. Okay? Goodness, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Can you read? Is it possible? Oh, your background is noisy. I need someone to help me read. Someone who doesn't have a noisy background.
Is it much better?
Okay, okay. It's much better. It's much better. Okay, go on, please.
Okay. All right. World famous marketing genius and business growth expert, J. Abraham, wants to make your business or idea a small or large fortune in the next 12 months. And he's willing to do it for you at his expense and risk, not yours. Since Jay has helped nearly 12,000 other business owners in over 450 different fields increase their bottom line profit by more than $7 billion.
Goodness, can you hear me? Okay, I'll go on. So they are trying to say something here. You can see this capital letter York here. It is not, they didn't just say it to play. It is in capital letters because they are talking to you. It's not to any other person. They want to make you money. They are talking to you, you business owner, you promising money-making idea person, right? So it is targeted at you. And they're giving you a specific time. See, in the next 12 months, they are not beating around the bush here. They are not beating around the bush here. It's in the next 12 months. This is specific. This is a promise of transformation that has a time frame. It's important you know this. When you are selling a product to a customer, what are you doing? You are changing that customer's life. Whether you like it or not, any product out there changes a customer's life. From sachet water to a sachet water or bottled water, what does it do? It satisfies taste. It has changed the customer's life from thirsty to satisfied. This is a destination. This is a journey, rather, from here to here, from point A to point B. There is a transformation. So for you to sell bottled water, you are promising a transformation. And if you're promising a transformation, your customer is expecting a time frame. You can't tell me you give me $10 million. And so what? When? How long would it take me? How long would it take you to offer this to me? There is a duration. You need to be intentional about putting this in your copy. I've said intentionally a lot. Okay, so most of the time, this time frame, this promise of transformation time frame is in your headline most of the time. But this time around, they put it in the second paragraph. So your business or this in the next 12 months, be intentional about next 12 months. Be intentional about saying the time frame it takes to achieve a particular thing. Okay, is it still breaking, guys? Sorry about that. It is my network better? You know, these are the problems we have as Nigerians, as Africans, as people in developing countries, right? That's why when we get to the top, we are always at the top. Okay, it's still breaking. Okay. So when it comes to writing, you need, I said something about promise of transformation and taking your customer on a journey to satisfaction, right? You need to give her a time frame. That's basically where I stopped, right? Saying that, okay, you're going to go from point A to point B. This is what you're going to learn, right? This is what you are going to have to be satisfied. I'm giving you this product, and within this time frame, you're going to achieve satisfaction within this time frame. Okay. Okay. And it went on to say, and he's willing to do it for you at his expense and risk, not yours. In your head, as someone reading this, you're thinking, what is this guy trying to say? And he's willing to do it for your for you at his expense and risk, not yours. In your mind, you're thinking, what are they trying to say? This is intentional by the copywriter. You're offering them something. You're giving them an offer already, a reasonable offer. You're reversing risk. Most of the time, you did this by the end of your company. When you're saying that, okay, you have a money back guarantee, don't worry, the risk is on me, pay, and if you don't feel satisfied, I'm going to refund you, right? This is what happens normally. But here, they are starting with this and they are telling you straight up. Remember that this is a direct lead. This is not indirect. Okay. Goodness, can you help us read? Please continue from where you stopped.
Okay. Jay is considered the greatest business builder, marketing genius, and money-making wonderkind on the net. For those of you who...
Sorry. Can you read here? I didn't analyze this.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you read here? I didn't analyze it.
Can you hear me? Can I read?
Sorry, who is that? Please raise your hand.
Can you hear me now?
If you want
Hello?
to talk. So
Okay,
there'll be
sorry.
order here. Goodness, are you having network issues?
Yeah, I just changed to another network. This one is much better.
Okay. So go on. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jay is considered the greatest business
No,
builder,
please, I said
marketing
start from
genius,
here.
and money-making wonderkind on the planet.
Goodness,
For
please
those of
start
you who don't
from
know it,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
Since Jay helped nearly 12,000 other business owners in over 450 different fields, increase their bottom line profits by more than $7 billion and multiply their wealth by nearly 15 times the amount, you should probably take Jay's offer very seriously.
Okay. Thank you. You see that what are they doing? They are still on building this certain character that you're about to give your money to. They are building this character to be beyond mistrust. They are trying to tell you that this guy has helped 12,000 other businesses, excuse me, in 450 different fields. Like, there is nothing, they're just trying to explain to you that, see, this guy can help you. He cuts across every field, 12,000 businesses, and increased their bottom line by more than $7 billion. They're trying to tell you that this guy is the Jesus Christ of businesses. This guy is the savior. This guy is whatever. He is going to save your business, even if it is lacking oxygen. Even if your business is drowning, even if your business is sinking, this guy is your savior. And this is something copywriters don't understand. Remember, this guy is actually a marketer. Jay Abraham is a marketer. They are trying to sell you something, he's marketing something. I really don't know. I've not read to the end, right? But Jay Abraham is into marketing. And you need to understand this as a copywriter. You're a person of value. Don't forget that. Don't grovel at the feet of business owners. You are a person of value. You are offering them something they don't have. If they had it, they will not want to employ you in the first instance. Working with foreign clients should not sound like something big to you. They need you. You are solving a major problem they have. Their business cannot breathe, cannot survive, cannot exist without sales. And you are sales. I think I said that in my email today. You are sales itself. Sales should be your lifestyle as a copywriter. What else do you do? You're a sales machine. You're a sales genius. You sell using written words. So you should understand that you are a savior to these business owners. Understand this. And when you understand this, when you understand this particular thing I'm trying to tell you, you see that your mentality changes as a whole. And you start to demand for your fees. You start to make money in this thing of ours. Making money in this thing of ours is not hard. I don't know why people try to make it complex. People will create courses out of it, sell you courses, you read. What are you reading? It is not hard. The problem people usually have is they don't have that one-on-one discussion. They don't understand these things like how I'm trying to explain to you. It's not about reading. How do you implement? Implement it, let me see. Implement it. Do you know how many things we just studied here? We are still in page 1. This is raw implementation. And this is not even half of what we do in my practical coaching program. This is not half of it, because we start from the bottom. We take a copy and transform it. This one is an already written copy, but of course it is a multi-million-dollar copy. So it is viable. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. This is practical. This is implementation. Please be conscious of your screen. Okay. So here, what's happening here? They are still building a credible character that you have no option but to trust. Okay. Goodness, please go on.
Right. Jay is considered the greatest builder, marketing genius, and money-making wunderkind on the planet. For those of you who don't know it, Jay is the highest paid, most remarkably successful marketing super consultant in the country too. At $5,000 an hour, $40,000 a day,
Damn.
Jay Abraham is ordinarily out of the realm of affordability for all, but the most successful and wealthy entrepreneurs.
You see what they are trying to do here. They are trying to tell you, sorry, goodness. They are trying to tell you that you cannot afford this guy on a normal day. This is a copywriter, this is a marketer like yourself. I don't know why you cannot easily charge $1,000 or $2,000. It's all here. It's all here. I've told you, I tell my students this. It is in your head. It is your thought process. It is the mannerism you use to approach these things. But let's not deviate, right? This is the same guy, and this is a human being like you and I. He's earning $5,000 an hour. My rates are still 20,000 naira an hour for consultancy. And this guy is earning $5,000 an hour. They are trying to tell you as a reader, let's not deviate. I'm trying not to deviate, right? So we will not overbreak things down and forget the center of what we are talking about, the nucleus. They are trying to tell you that, see, J. Abraham on a normal day is not affordable, but you're about to afford him. Okay, please go on, goodness.
People like Tony Robbins, Mark Victor Hansen, Brian Tracy, Nightingale, Conan, Frank Tarkenton, Entrepreneur Magazine, Success Magazine, Investors Business Daily, and 12 Inc. Magazine Entrepreneurs of the Year have all turned to Jay for money-making ideas and wealth-building business advice. He's made all of them tens of millions.
Okay, thank you, goodness. You see, there is something called social proof. I'm sure when I try to start from the foundation, okay, before if I I keep going back to this, but that's the only example, right? So in my practical coaching program, the introduction is the most important thing. The foundation, you need to know about the necessities of writing a sales letter. I don't just go and start somewhere. You start from the bedrock. And this is one of them, social proof. It is a necessity. You need to tell people that this man did not just fall from a tree and start commanding these fees. You need to tell people that this man has been used by people and they can authenticate whatever he offers. They are mentioning big names that you can relate with, big names that you can Google and shout, wow. Tony Robbins, Mark Victor, Tony Robbins, I know everybody knows Tony Robbins. If you don't know him, please go to Netflix. He's there. Go to Wikipedia. He's there. Go to YouTube. Tony Robbins, you must know him. Please, you should. right? Brian Tracy is a business leader, but other guys, I'm not really familiar with them. Okay, then Entrepreneur Magazine, blah, blah, blah. They are building social proof. They're trying to tell you that this guy has been tested and trusted by society. Humans love things that other people have tried. You don't want to be the first to try it out. You don't want to be the first to test it. You don't want to be the first to find out. You want to put your money, your hard-earned money, in something people have tested already. Okay, sorry if I hope my network is still okay. Please comment from time to time so that I'll know that okay, you're flowing with me. You can give thumbs up. You can maybe some memos so that I'll make sure that yes, you are flowing with me. Okay, I really appreciate that. So they are trying to do what? Build social proof. And remember, we are still in page 2. I don't know if we'll finish this thing today. Because if we are going at this rate, we'll spend 5 hours here. They are building social proof, trying to tell you that this guy has been used by other people before. This guy is tested and trusted. This guy is known by society. Okay. Goodness, please go on.
Right. He's made them all tens of millions. Now it's your turn.
Sorry.
Jay grows businesses for a living.
Sorry, goodness.
Large businesses, small businesses. Okay.
Yeah. So
yes, I can.
This particular line here is not, you think it was just written. There is a reason it was written in red. There is a reason it was centered in this page. There is a reason your was put in capital. They are trying to tell you that this man has been doing this for big men. He has been doing this for huge business owners. He has been creating wealth, $7 billion for businesses. He charges this amount. He has done this, done that. But now it's your turn. It is not anybody's turn. It is not fictional. It is not, we are no more talking about Tony Robbins or Brian Tracy or the other big guys. We are talking about you now. Pay attention. It's you, it's your turn. Sorry, guys. Can you hear me? I don't know. This rainy season can be terrible when it comes to network. Okay, can you hear me, please? I need to make sure everyone here can hear me. Okay. So I was telling you about how this J. Abraham, they are building this character. They are saying that he is the savior of the world, right? He's about to save your business. He has saved this person, he has saved that person. He has raised $7 billion. Now it is your turn. This is a critical part of copywriting. You need to understand that it is never about you. Of course, this is the basic. If you don't know this, you shouldn't be here in the first place, right? It is never about you. It is about the customer. The moment you make it entirely about you, you have lost that sale. So here, this copywriter here is very cautious. They know they are building a powerful character, a character that you cannot help but trust, right? But they're checkmating themselves. They are switching the narrative to make sure that they are still on point. They are still talking about the reader here. about the customer here, the person that they are trying to help. It's important to not make this like you're just singing your praises and you keep doing that for like 10 pages. That's stupidity. It is about the customer. Are you the one bringing out money? You are the what you want at that moment is to help the customer achieve a goal, satisfy the customer, and get paid for it. That is what is happening here. So the copywriter is very sensitive, and of course, this is why this copy brought in millions. There is a switch. Okay, now it is about you. It is your turn to make this money. Okay, goodness, can you help us continue?
All right. Jay grows businesses for a living. Large businesses, small businesses, high tech, low tech, no tech, retail, wholesale,
Sorry.
service, you name it. Okay.
At this point, what is your reader thinking? Your reader is thinking that since Jay is doing this for Brian Tracy, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, right? Meaning he cannot help me. Why am I now reading this? So what did they do? They quickly answered this objection that, see, he can also help your business. He also works for small businesses. Low tech, no tech, retail, wholesale, service. This is all they did in a sentence. You need to understand that copywriting is all about answering objections. That's what it's all about. It's all about answering objections. Your copy, when you bring out your copy, if you check your copy critically, what you're doing in your copy, you're just answering objections. What doubts? Does the customer have this doubt? Does the customer have the other doubt? How can I solve this doubt? If the customer is reading my copy and feels she cannot trust me, how can I show her that she can trust me? If the customer is reading my copy and feels that whatever at all, maybe she feels that copywriting, you need to know English to be good at copywriting. You don't need to know English. This is very important. I'm just trying to debate a little. You don't need to know English language or be a grammarian. I remember writing an email on that, Brooke grammarian. After leaving for some days and coming back, that was the email I sent out. You don't, as a copywriter, you don't need to know English. You just need to know simple sentence. Can't you see this is a simple sentence? Look at this. It started here and stopped here. Right? This one started here and stopped here. This one started, that is how basically just simple sentences and communication. Okay? But let's not deviate, right? Large businesses, small businesses, high tech, low tech, they're trying to tell you that, see, this man has done all this. He has been recognized by, let's say, Forbes. He has been recognized by Bill Gates. It doesn't mean that he cannot cater to your own little needs, to your own small business. Okay, goodness, please go on.
Right. You name it. And Jay Abraham has grown the sales and multiplied the profits for at least 50 companies in that field. How does he do it? Jay finds all kinds of hidden opportunities, overlooked assets, and vast sources of untapped marketing or income possibilities a business owner like you just doesn't see or know about. Jay originally became rich by turning his business clients' untapped opportunities into windfall profits and then sharing generously in the financial rewards he produced. On that basis, Jay made himself millions.
Okay.
Howard Ruff paid Jay
Sorry.
$600,000 after Jay found, okay.
Yeah. See this question here. How does he do it? it is a question in the subconscious mind of the customer. The customer is thinking this, and they put it out there. This copywriting is excellent. The customer, I told you, is all about answering objections. There's a question in your customer's head, answer it in your copy. There's a question, answer, that's copywriting. It is that simple. Use simple words, just make sure. That's why the research process of copywriting is the most important thing. Forget other grammar they speak. The most important thing is that research process. Because at that point, you want to understand the customer. At that point, you want to meet her in her pain. So all you have to do is to do research and understand your customer. Here, they know that this is what the customer is thinking. How does he do it? And they are trying to answer that. Okay, please go on, goodness. Goodness, are you there?
Okay. Jay, or how does it do it? Jay finds all kinds of hidden opportunities, overlooked assets, and vast sources of untapped marketing or income possibilities a business owner like you just doesn't see or know about. Jay originally became rich by turning his business clients' untapped opportunities into windfall profits and then sharing generously in the financial rewards he produced. On that basis, Jay made himself millions. Howard Ruff paid Jay $600,000 after Jay found Howard's company a $2 million profit bonanza. David Hall paid Jay over $1 million after Jay made David a nearly $35 million unexpected profit windfall in an amazing 18 months' time. Jim Cook paid Jay almost $2 million after Jay catapulted Jim's little business from a mere $300,000 to over $500 million in sales.
Yeah, goodness.
In just over 2 years' time, list of all other people
can you hear me?
who have paid Jay huge fees after Jay enriched them or their business is too large to even list here.
Goodness, can you hear me?
Why would they all pay Jay 6 or 7? Okay. All right.
Okay. So what they just kept on doing here is mentioning different instances, right? They are mentioning different instances and telling you how Jay has helped them. And there is something common with all these things, right? They did not pay Jay before Jay helped them. He made profits for them. He multiplied their revenue before he paid. Sorry, can you hear me? Okay, so I was talking about how this copywriter took time to show us that Jay, you need an intentional eyes. You guys will say I use this intentionally a lot. You need an intentional eyes to discover this, to discover that they all mentioned how Jay helped these businesses make this amount of money before they paid him this amount of money. He helped them make $1 million Then they paid him $200,000. He helped them make 50 million,
Yeah.
paid him this amount. Please mute your mics. Please. Come on. I think that should be like in the Zoom code ethics. Always mute your mics. Okay. And I'm using a headphone here. So if you any noise, boom. Okay. So they went on to keep breaking down exactly how Jay helps businesses make a huge amount, and they just give him an infinitesimal amount to pay him for what he has done. Right? Goodness, can you keep reading? Or are you tired?
I'll continue.
Okay, go on. Thank you.
All right. Why would they all pay J 6 or 7 figures fees? And what in the world does J do to earn all that money? Two answers. First, J always takes on all of the risk. He does not ask to be paid or deposit someone's money
I just said
until
that.
until after he's first made them a huge profit of many times more than the fee he charges. Frequently, they earn 50, 100, even 1,000 times more than they pay J, like Jim Cook's company did. Second, J knows more ways to make more people like you more money in more areas of your business and for business startups too than anyone else in the field. His ability to come up with brilliant, fresh, ingenious, and wickedly lucrative ways to better sell and market your products, services, or idea on and offline is absolutely amazing. That's not just my opinion. Scott DeGamo, former 14-year publisher and editor-in-chief of Success Magazine, is the one who first made that statement. Scott went on is the most
planet.
alive today too. Before I tell you how to get Jay's money-making methods working for your business risk-free, let me tell you about more of his amazing businesses.
Okay. So there is something here. There's something these guys are trying to do here. First of all, he answered a question in their head, an objection, saying, how Jay always takes all the risks. He does not. Okay. Why would they all pay Jay 6 or 7 figures? You're asking, why would this man command such amazing fees? And they simply answered that by saying he gets paid after he has multiplied your income by God knows what amount. So Jay is not here to play. Jay is a character which you can give him your money. He is capable of giving you results. Okay. But before I tell you how to get Jay's money-making marketing methods working for your business, risk-free in capitals, let me tell you about more of his amazing business fits. This sentence is very important here because they are prepping you for the remaining part of the sales letter. And it's a long sales letter. When I mean long, it's not as long as a lot of sales letter, but it is long enough, right? How many pages? So it is 6 pages. So this ushers you into the other parts of your sales letter. Basically, this is where you can say the lead ends or is ending, right? So this single sentence ushers you into other parts. And they go on to mention different instances. A 7.2 million, I already know what they're about to do here. You can see it. A $7.2 million windfall in 9 months. 10 million worth of seminars with one letter, that's one sales letter. God, an extra $2 million per year undefined. You see, they kept on mentioning instances. These are called case studies. And you know, these are testimonials, right? These are testimonials. But the way they made the testimonials, they turned into case studies. See, there's something about testimonials people don't know. Okay? A lot of people think testimonial is about screenshotting. You help customer do this, boom, boom, boom. Please calm down. The testimonial is meant to take people on a journey. Right? Maybe this soap works for me. I had a big acne on my face, right? And Abraham recommended Dettol soap. I applied it, it worked for me. So Abraham is trying to sell Dettol soap. What next? What would he do? Goodness, who is someone who also has acne and wants to solve this acne problem. You're telling Goodness that, see, Abraham is telling Goodness that, see, Olibe passed through this using this soap. It gives Goodness hope. It gives Goodness hope. It takes Goodness on a journey. You're experiencing it and saying, oh, this could be me too. I could also gain this. I could also get this kind of results. That is what testimonials should be telling you. Testimonials is not only to build credibility or make people shout, wow, 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 wonderful guy. Testimonials is also a medium to take your customer through a journey, showing that customer that, see, this black guy went from point A to point B. Hey, you're a black guy, meaning you can go from point A to point B. This Japanese guy went from point A to point B. Oh, you're a Japanese guy, you can go from point A to point B of your satisfaction. We can solve that problem that keeps you up at night because we have solved that problem for someone who is in the same shoes as you are now. So testimonials, they do this thing. That is why testimonials do way better when you tell a story. It is not all about screenshots, my brothers and sisters. It is not about screenshots. It is about telling a story. It is about making your customer feel exactly what it means to be alleviated from her problem. She wants to have that feeling, that ecstasy. She wants to envision herself in paradise. This is what you do with testimonials, right? Goodness, please go on.
Okay. Where do I start off? Start from, please.
An idea generator.
Multiplying money-making machine. The man really is brilliant when it comes to creating more cash flow and profit increases for almost any type of size business. He also has an uncanny way of coming up with amazing profit breakthroughs. Jay is an idea generating, cash flowing, multiplying, money making machine. His method and concept can make all the difference between mediocrity and millions to a business like yours. Jay has also personally consulted with over 300 prominent business experts, ranging from famous sales trainers, prominent advertising gurus, legendary management, time management, negotiating, quality control, internet systems, process and direct marketing consultants galore.
Okay.
In the process, he's turned dozens. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You see that they are mentioning all the niches. They are making sure that you are included. You, that is the reader, They want you, this copywriter wants you to feel included. That is something you need to be good at as a copywriter. Your aim is to make sure you include the person reading this. I need to feel it is personalized to me. Don't try to sell like you're selling to everybody. I need to have that feeling that this is personalized. This is for me. This is a personal experience. So as a copywriter, you need to put yourself in this kind of shoes. You need to put your customer in this situation where she's thinking, this is for me. This is not for anybody else. So they're mentioning different niches, breaking this thing down into bits. And now they are slightly transitioning. They're transitioning into saying that people have also paid Jay this certain amount for this workshop, this certain amount for this product. They have transitioned from telling you that he offers these services and that services, and he's a great guy. Brian Tracy loves him. Tony Robbins said he will marry him, right? But now it is time to transition slightly, just a little, seamlessly. See, one thing about transitioning is if your customer can detect you are transitioning, you are in trouble. She doesn't need to detect that you are about to transition into making a sale. Okay? That's a whole topic on its own, transition, right? So a lot of people pay a lot money for these secrets undefined. They are trying to tell you that he has some secrets and people pay for this thing. They are transitioning that he does this service for people. Now he sells products, he sells workshops that people pay for. 50,000 people at $377 each. So you need to know this, right? All this red you're seeing at the center, it is for a purpose. They are not mad. Anywhere you see red and it is centered, the copywriter, the $1 million copywriter, please, let's put respect to his name. He's a $1 million copywriter, right? He is not mad. He's doing this for a purpose. You see, there is one thing your customer does. Once they come on your sales page, they read the headline. It is exciting. They read a little lead. Then what they do is they skim through to the end. And if they were skimming through and you kept on hooking them, these different things, they are called hooks. You know, hook is a huge word, but what hook simply means is it's just like you're punching. This is normal, but hook is boom. You go for the jugular, you smash it. Hook is when you are no longer playing with anybody. Okay, so all these things here are different points that they want you to note. If you're scrolling and you see 50,000 people, this is 18 point, be like, okay, let me stop here and see what this is about. You go, let me see what this is about. You go on and as you're going, J is the real thing. Why did they say that? It keeps on making you pause. As a professional copywriter, this is no longer for people who are starting out and still wearing Pampers, right? If you want to move, and see, there's this misconception people have that you need to take your time before you become a professional. You don't. The reason I called my practical coaching and implementation program a 4 weeks program is at the end of 4 weeks, you can make $1,000 with your skill easily without stress. But it starts here, okay? So don't think you cannot climb to the top fast. How long did it take me? Oh, ask questions. How long did it take me? It is all about how willing are you to think? How willing are you to put in work into this thing? How different is your thought process from others? I like telling people that this is a competition. You might feel, all these self-righteous people feeling that you are running your own race. Fuck your own race. You're not running your own freaking race. Business, you're in a business. There are other people that are trying to, there are business owners all over the world, of course, right? Up to 30 million businesses are created every year. But as a copywriter, there are other copywriters out there. You need to stand out. What makes you unique? What makes you different? How can you stand out? And the only thing that can make you stand out is this, your thought process. I like to talk about copy thinking, your thought process. I've been talking about this since like months ago. It is more about your thinking than the writing itself. Okay. So on these red parts, different red parts in your sales letter, they are sucking the customer in, making sure the customer doesn't lose attention. In the 21st century, people lose attention way easily. So your aim is to make sure that you keep drawing them in periodically, right? Daniel, are you here?
Yes, I am. Good evening.
Hello, Daniel. Is your network great?
Yes.
Okay, please read from here.
All right. Why does everyone willingly pay Jay those astronomical prices for his ideas, instructions, and recommendations? Why should you be so excited about the chance to learn his methods? Totally risk-free? You know the whole joke about the car mechanic who's called in after every other mechanic failed? He listens to the engine for a few minutes, then hauls off and gives it a big swift kick in a certain strategic port. Lo and behold, the engine starts humming like a kitten. The mechanic turns around, gives the car owner his bills for $400. The owner is flabbergasted and demands an itemized breakdown and explanations. The bill says $1 for my time and $399 for knowing where to kick.
Word.
Amazing.
So you can see that they are painting a perfect picture. As a copywriter, you need to learn how to use analogies to sell. You need to learn how to use stories to sell. If you learn how to use stories to sell, you will sell like wildfire. Instances, bring stories, transform them. And you think it is not by writing those stories you read in storybooks in maybe Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart, on in Gil Blanton's book. It was a sunny day on a windy afternoon. Please, it's not those kind of stories. There is a story that is suitable for copywriting. And there are different analogies that are suitable for writing copy, right? So this is an analogy here, and a funny one at that, right? I remember sending an email saying that if you can make your customer smile, if you can make your customer in a lighter mood, you become likable. And when you become likable, when she can smile, you can sell to her anything she needs. I told you it's a key. I remember saying at the beginning of this program, there are 3 things that'll make a customer not buy. Number 1, she doesn't trust you. Number 2, she dislikes you. And number 3, she doesn't have the money. So if you have trust, she has the money, and she's like, this guy, I don't even know this guy, right? So here it is a very nice analogy. It's a nice joke, and it's something that still sucks you into what he's trying to tell you. It doesn't deviate. It's not you go and tell you're talking about you're trying to sell cheese boards, and you're talking about space. Always tell relatable stories. Okay. And they went on to say, J. Abraham knows where to kick when it comes to interesting sales and multiplying the profits. So that's a nice, simple way to transition. And you see how they now went on to say, Jay knows how to sell anything. Jay knows how to sell tangible products. Jay knows how to sell intangible products. Anything. This is for anybody that is a business owner. Come, I will help you sell. Come and meet Jay. Okay? Okay. So please read from her.
Jay even knows how you can sell to other people's products and services to your customers or prospects and make more money than you do selling your own things. He knows how to get hundreds of other businesses, publications, organizations, websites, email lists, corners, TV and radio stations to help sell your products or services for you without paying them for advertising, without risking a dime either. An opportunity to skyrocket profits in your business. Jay knows how to give away free information and turn all inquiries into millions or tens of millions of dollars in your bank account. He knows how you can buy your other competitors' business using no money out of your pockets and never bear any downside risk.
Okay.
Those
Okay. Thank you. You see what are they doing here? They are offering you ease. They will tell you Jay knows how to do this. They are offering you ease. There's something you need to know in copywriting. Ease is a very essential thing. You can say, I'm offering you $1 million, but before you get it, you will have to climb Kilimanjaro mountain. It is no more easy to get that $100 million. You need to know how to offer ease in your copy. The customer, see, humans are lazy. This is popular information. Humans are lazy. So you need to offer them ease so that they will say, okay, I'll get this without thinking twice. So it's important to know this. It's important to know how to offer ease when writing copy. Okay, I break this down for my students very well on the topic of ease. Sometimes it is important to have it in your headline. So they will know that in their head, okay, I'm going from point A to point B in 15 days. And if I'm going from point A to point B in 15 days, would it be easy for me? Offer ease. Don't forget to offer ease. So he goes on to touch on some emotional buttons in this customer. You know, business owners have this thing with their competitors. They know that if their competitors moves anyhow, they will lose all the money and they will lose their own customers to their competitors, right? So he went on to say he knows how you can buy your other competitors' business using no money out of your pocket. He knows how you can buy your competitors' business. That is really enticing. How can I buy off my competitor? How can I make this competitor scream? And now he goes on to say, using no money out of your pocket. That's now fascinating. That is mind-blowing. Okay, so I'm even going to buy him without using any money from my pocket. This is how copywriters talk. They have blown your mind. Then they will now blow your mind times 10. You need to know how to do these things. You say something, then elongate it. Are you with me? So that is being intentional with your copy. By the time you get used to these things, by the time you practice, by the time you study sales letters and dissect them like we are doing, it is not about getting paper and copying out by hand. Do you know what you're copying? Are you just there writing? When I started out there, I did a lot of silly things. Daniel is laughing. You will write, you'll be watching TV and just they say I should copy writing challenge, copy out challenge. You go and join one challenge of 50 people. You guys are copying out. As you're trying to meet up. Are you intentional about it? Are you dissecting it as you're copying out? It's not just about copying out sales copy by hand. It's not just about that. So if you don't know what to be intentional about, how would you copy? How would you copy it out by hand? How would you study sales letters? How would you dissect it? This is exactly why you need somebody. It's not about YouTube. YouTube cannot give you a personal experience. The problem you are having here as a copywriter from a developing country, can YouTube offer that to you? Can they solve your problems? Can they answer your questions? It goes beyond just going on YouTube or buying courses. Can you raise your hand and ask the course creator a question in his course? That's why I have noticed that people just write courses and travel around the world. If they are in Sudan, or Sudan is not such a favorable example to use. Maybe they're in the Bahamas, they're chilling in the Bahamas, and their course is paying for them. Somebody will buy their course, they'll receive the notification and be happy about it. Is that what you want? You're financing somebody without really understanding what you are doing. This is why I don't like courses. You need to ask questions. You need one-on-one interactions. You need to develop on your own. It's exactly why I call it practical coaching and implementation. You dissect things like this. It's not about you come and you just read courses. You learn words, big words. You even be spitting on yourself, feature pacing. Are you using the back and forth method, the push and pull technique? Can you implement it? If I give you a sales copy that brought in millions, show me where it was used. Can you use it yourself? Have you ever used it? It's not by going on Twitter and speaking English or Instagram or LinkedIn. Show me. The reason I make sure I go through every single person's copy is not because I'm Father Christmas. It is to make sure they learn. Is to make sure they have that personal experience. It is frustrating that people write courses and go on holidays. And you hype it, because these guys are usually very good copywriters. They will write copy. By the time you finish reading that copy, you think that this course is from heaven. Then take the course. You think you know, you have experienced something. You have not experienced anything. Experience is still the best teacher. Experience is still the best teacher. Have you gotten a course? You know, when I don't, if I address this kind of things, some people might think I'm not attacking anybody. I'm just saying the gospel truth. Jesus Christ, over 32 comments. So it's just about that. It's not come and buy course. It's not about creating a video. Fine. What about practicals? Have they, when I after I learned copywriting, there was something that happened. I was faced with a real life business and I started shaking. After all the learning, I felt I was a god. But practicals, experience beats it all. If you cannot talk with a business owner, preferably a business owner in the US or somewhere else, what are you doing? You need to know, okay, this is exactly how a discovery call goes. See, these little things matter. It is not by courses, so it is not. It is not by courses. Okay. So, Daniel, please read from here.
Okay. Using no money out of your pocket and never bear any downside risk. He knows nearly 100 different ways you don't know to more successfully sell your products or services, offline or online. He knows over 50 ways to make more money from the same effort, time, and opportunity just by changing the marketing strategy and approach you follow. Jay is the only person I know who has sold both billions of dollars worth of inexpensive items, as well as billions in high-priced products. He's helped sell billions of intangible services and professional services too. The wildly profitable things Jay could teach you are utterly amazing. That is why I pulled out all the stops when I heard Jay had a strong desire to find an irresistibly appealing way to help smaller, less capitalized business owners and startup entrepreneurs like you make more money and create greater wealth. I found a way you can access Jay for pennies on the dollar.
Mm.
I am talking about opportunity for you to profit massively. I am also talking about once in a lifetime chance to learn Jay's very best 5,000 an hour fortune business building
you.
business scripts for less than
Thank you.
$200.
Thank you. You can see what is happening here. They are seamlessly transitioning into the pitch. You are not expecting it. The moment the customer expects it, it's different when you suspect. But when you expect that, okay, it is here, he's about to pitch, you have lost it. Don't do that. As a copywriter, you need to know how to transition seamlessly. Mix it up. Just go on. So here, they have told you who Mr. J is, that J is a god in a human body when it comes to American businesses. Jay is someone who is great. He has done this, he has done that. He has been recognized by this person, that person, and the other person. Right? But now they are trying to transition seamlessly into something, into the pitch, that you're going to pay less than $200 to gain all this knowledge that he has on this and that. Here they see, remember, you need to never sell something that is not necessary. You need to always study your market. And that journey, that explanation, the way you explain that thing you're about to sell matters a lot. People love the story behind the brand. People love the story behind the products they are buying. So you need to understand this. And once you understand this, it will go a long way. So here they told you a story. And they told you that the reason he created this is to make sure it fits into other businesses, startup entrepreneurs like you make more money and create greater wealth. I find a way you can access Jay for pennies on the dollar. So he is worth $5,000 an hour, right? This guy is worth a huge amount of money. But there's something you have to do here. For you to gain access to this value without having to pay him this amount, I'm about to introduce something to you. This is preconditioning. This is pre-framing. You're telling them, okay, get ready, something is about to happen here. And you will get it for less than this. And you know what they are going on to do? They are going on to make this $200 worthless, useless. This money you're about to pay doesn't matter. That's what they are going on to say. But in very soft words, you cannot call somebody useless and collect their money, right? So you are simply telling them that, okay, see, I'm about to change your life with a little amount of money, but you're going to pay something huge. Listen to this. Transaction cannot take place until the customer realizes on her own accord, that what you are offering her is 10 times what the price she's paying for that product. Transaction cannot take place until the customer realizes on her own that what you are offering her is 10 times the price she's paying for that product. And that is the picture these guys are trying to paint here. That amount is a steal. Exactly. I can see your comment. So it's important to know this. And that's what these guys are trying to do here. Okay? Okay. Okay. Daniel, are you
Yes,
there?
I'm here.
Okay, please read from here,
Yes, I am.
like fast, because I will not tell you to stop.
J, the red letters.
Yeah, J is the real thing.
J is the real thing. Yet people who have paid J's expensive fees have said J is the best return on investment they have ever made. But imagine the ROI you receive since it will cost you almost nothing to do it. That is not just their and my opinion either. Why else would USA Today write glowing articles on J twice in their prestigious money section?
Excuse me, I cannot let this go. You see, a lot of people, a lot of copywriters, they are too bad. When they want to say maybe J has been featured on USA Today, they go and say J has been featured on USA Today, has been featured on Forbes. But do you see how they made it seamless here? You make the credibility or whatever you're saying, make it a story. Make it flow. It is that seamless transitioning that makes you great as a copywriter. How you move from point A to point B without any stress. The reader won't even recognize that you just gave her social proof, hot social proof. It's just very seamless. That transitioning is important. Okay?
Okay.
Why else would Success Magazine write not 2, not 3 or 4, but 5 laudatory stories on J? They're just building credibility. J grew entrepreneur 800% more sales in a whirlwind 9 months time. Credibility, credibility. They are making sure that you will trust this man in such a way you have no other option than to give him the fucking money, right? So here, Daniel, please, can you read this?
Which one, please?
Yeah, from
Which
what
okay.
what specifically?
Specifically, you might wonder, could anyone know or teach someone like you that is worth all your money? Doubling and redoubling profits without added time and effort.
Did you see that?
Well,
Without added time and effort. I told you humans love ease. They could have just said doubling and redoubling profits. But without added time and effort, makes you think, okay, this is easy, this works, this is going to be interesting. People love ease and try to always offer it to them. Okay, please go on.
okay. Well, how about 93 different ways to get more referrals than your business can probably handle? Or how about learning a proven method to increase your leads and prospects by up to 21 times? Or how about a result certain sale concept for doubling, redoubling, and doubling again your profit, income, and paycheck without spending any more time, effort, or investment than you do right now? Jane knows
Okay,
three more.
okay, Daniel, thank you. There's something you need to know. Okay, a sales copy is divided into three parts: lead, body, and close. Lead, body, and close. So we have gone through the lead and we have touched on the body. You see, the importance of the lead cannot be underestimated. This is where you show the customer that you know what you're saying. This is where you sell the customer like 70%. So the things you do at the other parts are very important, but your lead needs to go so hard that the customer becomes a fan before she goes to other parts. And you know, when someone is a fan, it's hard for you to negate, it's hard for that fan to negate whatever you're offering. So it's very important to write your lead in such a way that the customer is committed, okay, before you reach other parts of your sales letter. So we have done parts of the lead, we have done parts of the body. They will keep talking. These guys, they are not sparing anybody when it comes to credibility. God. So let's go towards the end, then come up a little. Okay. See credibility here. See social proof. Max social proof. They are mentioning Anthony Robbins, Mark Victor, USA Today, Mike Bash, Forbes, New York Times. These guys are not sparing anybody. Okay. Daniel, please read from here.
Which part?
If you are satisfied earning a small fraction.
If you are satisfied earning a small fraction of the profits and income your business could and should be paying you, do nothing different. If you want to start making a ton more money, doubling and keep redoubling your paycheck, and have a clear, direct path to real prosperity and business wealth, Other J's system on is better than risk-free.
Okay, thank you. You see that this is the close. They are closing now. They have done all possible things they can do to this coffee. These guys, they are You know when somebody say sell ruthlessly, they ruthlessly sold whatever they were selling to us, right? But here, what's happening here? Okay, here they are pushing you away. This is what they call the push and pull technique, and they'll make it fast. Some people, let me not go into that. So the push and pull technique, this is it. You're just people like chasing what is running away from them. You see a lady will love Lee Min Ho, a lady will love Drake, a lady will love um, Neymar, like their life depended on it. It's because they cannot get it. By the time she becomes accustomed to that celebrity, it feels weird to her. So people tend to chase after what runs away from them. As a man, it is that lady that gives you a tough time that you say, this is my wife. Sometimes there are exceptions to all theories, right? There are exceptions to all rules. But most of the time, it's that girl that gives you a tough time. You be like, this is the girl I want to be with. People run away. People chase after things that run away from them. So here, you need to know how to do that push and pull. Here, they didn't necessarily even try to do that. They just told you if you don't want, you can stay on your own. I am not forcing you. That's what they are saying here. If you are not satisfied, if you are satisfied earning a small fraction of the profits and income your business could and should be paying you, do nothing different. They are just trying to tell you, do your mind. But if you want this, then come over here. Profits, irresistible, bold test proven, blah, blah, blah. Get Jay's amazing windfall profit secrets risk-free right now. The power of right now when it comes to writing copy. You don't want them to buy tomorrow. I remember saying this at the beginning. You don't want them to buy tomorrow. You don't want them to buy next year or next week. You want them to buy right now. So as a copywriter, this is an essential in your copy. Always try to put this, always try to specify or pinpoint this. This is why sense of urgency is an important part of your sales copy. It's a necessity of a sales letter. Sense of urgency. Infuse it because humans are lazy procrastinators. Try to make them buy today and not next year, right? If you give them that free hand, they will end up not buying your product. Okay, Daniel, can you please read from her?
Yep. Get Jay's amazing windfall profits secrets risk-free right now. Order Jay's $5,000 business growth system for a mere $149 on Jay's 60-day $10,000 windfall profit guarantee and find out for yourself. Follow the link below and complete the no risk order form.
Okay. There's something this copywriter keeps doing. He keeps telling you that you don't stand to risk anything. People like hearing that. And he knows it. So he used it maximally throughout the sales copy. Don't worry, the risk is not on you. I will bear the risk. All you need to do is pay me. If you are not satisfied, you'll be refunded. And this is a necessity of a sales copy. Make sure you transfer that risk or that whatever burden they have on yourself. And of course, if you don't deliver, they will ask. You need to deliver too. So it's a win-win situation. And you need to know that you are delivering hot. So Daniel, please keep going. I don't want to. I've broken up this a lot, so I don't want to keep doing that. Keep going.
Other Jade's 9 pillar of business growth package, put it to the acid money making test for 60 days. Either it makes you a bundle, a 5 to 8 figure financially windfall J promises in the first 2 months, or it doesn't. Jay's game for you to take him on his challenge. Are you? Sincerely, Webana, Director, Agora Learning Institute. PS, added extra bonus worth $495 more. Jay so wants to arrange your business and fatten up your bank account. He's decided to also give everyone who tries out his 5,000 value business growth system for only $149. A free 1-year paid subscription to Jay's new private advisory letter, The Money Connection, sent to Jay's top clients, serious attendees by email. Subscriber to this private advisory letter money, share money marketing breakthroughs, hot new profit opportunities, exciting new marketing strategies, and fabulous ideas for making more money from whatever business you are in. Jay focuses on 12 key strategy areas that gives a business more leverage than any other activity you could implement. It discusses 11 critical mindset issues that tends to help more entrepreneurs break
Okay,
limits.
Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. So what he went on to do here is give you an irresistible offer. There's something about irresistible offers. Your bonuses matter a lot. Your bonuses should be relatable. Your bonuses should complement the main offer. I say this, that you cannot be selling a TV and complement it with an orange, give a bonus of an orange. It needs to complement. It needs to be useful. So you need to keep stacking up bonuses, stacking up offer, make it irresistible so that the customer can exchange her money and pay you. Remember what I said about a transaction. It cannot take place until the customer realizes that this is valuable. She needs to decide that on her own. You can't force it. So what are they doing here? They introduced another thing at the end when everything has ended, when they're like, okay, bye. But wait, I'll give you something more. That is very sweet. This is simple psychology. Okay, you have sold something and the person is sold and the person is loving it. What does the customer now do? The customer goes, the copywriter goes, oh wait, I know you're sold, but I still have something for you. Those extra, they are too sweet. If you go to the market and you want to buy maybe cups of rice, they give you cups of rice. Is that jara, is that fisi, is that extra that the market woman gives you that makes you feel happy or makes you say, okay, I'll come back to you next time? It's just always that extra little things they do, not anything else. And the ones that insist they will not give you jara, you'll be like, this woman is wicked. Okay, I can see in the comment section, yes, if you are not relatable, you cannot sell by coding. Yes, I say that a lot. If you cannot relate, you cannot sell. That's about empathy. That is, if as a copywriter, you cannot empathize with your customer, you cannot understand what she's passing through, you can't sell to her. It is impossible. You cannot sell to someone who you don't deeply understand the problem they are passing through. This is why when I see some certain products or some certain businesses, I'm like, you shouldn't be in this business because you don't deeply understand. When I created the practical coaching and implementation program, I did it out of a necessity, out of a need. I got a lot of emails, hundreds, DMs. People wanted more. It's time consuming, but it is you know that you're impacting. wanted more than just a course or a video they will play somewhere, or overhyped things. Some people will say mentoring. There are some things out there that people sell that that this is wrong. And influencers on Twitter in money, they call it money Twitter. Influencers there, they'll be thinking that they are saying something reasonable. Come on. We know the truth. You just want to sell that course. So, see, if you don't relate, you cannot sell. As a customer, as a copywriter, that is why research is important. You need to go and meet the customer where she is. I remember doing this some time ago. Empathy. What is empathy? The ability to understand and share the feelings of another. Look at empathizing. You need to understand deeply. You need to share those feelings. You need to say, I know what you're passing through. I know what is giving you sleepless nights. And I can help you. Maybe because I've passed through the same thing. Or maybe because I know someone who is close to me that has passed through the same thing. I share in your burden. I share in your pain. That's why I can sell to you. You can see when someone sells something out of passion, out of empathy, out of a deep desire to help, and someone who just sells. It's always different. It's always clear if you have an open eye. So that's just that about that, right? So this copy, I think everyone here needs to have it. You need to have this copy. It's a nice one. I decided to skim through it so that we will not waste a hell lot of time here, right? It's a holiday. Happy holiday to everyone. I hope this class has been impactful, right? So this is the exact reason. Before you write any copy, you need to understand this. I hammered on that anything your customer, anyhow she reacts, you need to predetermine it before you write. You don't just go and write copy. You need to predetermine anything before your customer writes. Before anything, the way you want your customer to react, you need to predetermine it, right? So that's it. Then, okay, on Friday, Saturday, I'll be launching the September practical coaching program and implementation program, right? The reason why this program is different from every other thing you see out there, it is not a course. I remember someone making a comment, how much is your course that I want to pay for? It is not a course. I always say that. It is not. It is a coaching program. It is practical. It is implementation. We're bringing in a business owner from the US. You see how a discovery call is made. And we start from the foundation, from the introduction. It is a step-by-step process. You don't just cram PXY formula. These copywriters, they like to make names. I hate that naming thing. You always name when you were learning it, did you name it? Did someone name it for you? Why are you giving name just to personalize it? So let's not dabble into that. This coaching program is all about practicals. It's all about we'll have a client come around, an American client, who will study his business and write copy for it. It will be a practical experience. This is how you have been learning for 400 years. This is how you have been learning since you were little. 18 years of your life. You visualize, practicalize, and personalize. What do I mean? From secondary school, you did not just have a course. That is personalized. They did not just give you a textbook. You are not just given a textbook. It was more than that. They taught you on a board, like I'm doing right now. They gave you a textbook. Then they took you to the laboratory. All this is in the bid to make sure that that organic chemistry or chemistry sinks deep into your subconscious. It's a 3-step process. You either go to the biology lab or agree to the farm. You have to practicalize. It's not just about courses. You have to visualize live. It should be a live session. Those questions and answer sessions are very important because they are pressing needs. They are things that you are passing through at that instance. You're expressing yourself. And when someone gives you a personalized answer, it changes the game. If you ask a question, if you raise, when you're in class in secondary school, you raise your hand and ask a question. The teacher answers you. You have learned more. So that Q&A session, they're important. So visualize is when someone teaches you on a board. Practicalize is when you enter the laboratory. Personalize is textbooks, courses, whatever you want. This is how you have been learning since kindergarten. Coloring book, they will teach you on a board, go and color. They will give you a homework, assignments. If you have wrong homework, the teacher goes and marks it. Your specific homework, he marks it. This is how you have been learning. So why change it and give you only a course? Okay. So the week one will be how to write copy. We'll start from the foundation. I get a lot of DMs or emails. Do you start from the foundation in teaching this thing? Yes. There's a course. I have a course. I've never sold that to the public because I don't believe in just courses. It's always complement something, right? So I have a course that is detailed from the foundation. That's the first set of sessions we do. We break down this course and exactly what you stand to learn, right? Then we'll have a real life project with a business owner that I have worked with in the past in the US. I've helped a business owner launch something, and since then he has been all over me. He loves what I do, blah, blah, blah. And we're now friends, right? The next thing is I said, okay, you're about to launch an offer. I want my students to work on this offer practically. It's not keep writing samples and submit. No. Have you been faced with real life pressure, real life instances, practical? It's not virtual. Okay, so this is what we're doing week 2, right? Then week 3, I will teach you about client acquisition, how to be a human funnel. You attract clients to yourself. I think I've spoken on this on different occasions, different programs. Attracting inbound, bringing these clients to yourself. It's not outbound works. I'm okay with outbound and I do outbound, but there's a certain method to approach it, right? Diabolic positioning. How do you position yourself in a way that you're going to bewitch these clients, these business owners? You are an authority, like I said earlier on. Don't package yourself as less. And that is what we are going to be doing in week 3, right? Week 4, assignments. Individual assignments, assignment review and revision. It is personalizing. It is a personal experience. It is me and you. This is not something for that is in a course embedded somewhere. You have questions, I will answer your questions. Assignments, I will break down. I remember goodness saying something like, breaking that, the first time he saw me break down or transform a sales copy, that he was shocked, right? You will write a sales copy and I will transform it entirely in front of you. This does something to your mental condition, to your psyche. this is something you researched and wrote on your own. Then someone comes along and helps you transform it. It does something to your psyche. So it's important to know that this is not for everybody. It is not for everybody, please. Right? So personal access. I'll be having sessions 3 times a week. Sometimes it gets to 4, sometimes it gets to 5. This is about the September PCI, the September Practical Coaching Program, right? Then, yeah, then different bonuses. This is the course I wrote that sold for 13,000, 15,000. You'll be getting that as a bonus for this program. Then there is an inner circle meeting that I did that blew a lot of people away, $300 worth. An August visitor, yes, I'm bringing in somebody. That person is going to shock you. My current program, they don't even know who is coming. It is going to shock you. It is somebody you know. Let me give you a tip. Somebody that bought a car that shook the internet on Twitter. Okay. So this is what people have been saying. Of course, if you have been following me on Twitter, you will know what my coaches have been saying about this program, right? I've been called different names, both bad and good. It is important to know this, right? That I will be here to guide you step by step. This is not by this, by that. It is a step-by-step process, okay? So I'll be doing this, right? Also a review, and I never asked for this. This is important. I never asked for these reviews. I just woke up one day and saw it and retweeted. Beautiful reviews, right? You can go on Twitter and find them. Okay. So how much will this program cost? It will cost 35,000 naira only if you pay between now and 31st July. Between now and 31st July, it is quite simple. Around, no, not 31st, that should be 23rd July. Okay, because there's an offer I want to give you, right? I told you I'll be launching on 23rd July, Friday. I'll be launching on Friday, Saturday, this offer officially to my email list. But to people who stayed this far in this particular meeting, this is what I'm offering. Okay, there will be a special bonus, 30 minutes personal consultation call with me. Like I told you earlier on, I think, yes, I said it, that my fee, when J. Abraham is charging $5,000, I charge $20,000 for an hour of personal consultation. We talk about how to position yourself. We talk about your business. This is only for people who pay before Friday/Saturday, right? Then there is something I've been working on for a while that I released. This is for emails. People have been saying I write wonderful emails, wonderful reviews. So I created something that I sold as a bonus, right, for an offer. This is it. I'll be giving you that email cheat sheet. I'll be giving you the 7-figure email marketer. It will teach you how to write emails like a madman. Emails that sell like wildfire, right? Then, yes, this is it. This is the account detail. If you pay between now and Friday, 23rd July, you stand to gain all these special bonuses. When I am launching it, you will not gain these special bonuses. I will not have time to call every single person. That's number one. And number two, I would not give you my email marketing course. But if you contact me, if you do send a credit alert and pay for this course before then to gain access to this program, yes, I will be doing just that. Okay. Does anyone have a question on this? I see you guys know. Well, I'm not saying anything. Okay. Any question from today's program or this particular session? If you have a question, you can raise your hands. You can raise your hands. It will be far easier than ask. Okay. From my end, it has been fired. Okay, your money, I see you. Okay. Okay, Ayo Yemi, hello. You can ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, Gulibi. It has really been a good session. I just want to ask that does the course also comes up with how to be an email marketer, like creating funnels and something like that? Yeah, I don't know if you
Yes,
get some very well.
I will treat sales funnels. I will break down sales funnels from beginning to the end. I remember showing that to people who joined in my June program. I even illustrated on the board here. I drew a funnel. I broke it down from lead generation, nurture sequence, to buying the products. First, front end offer, back end offer. I showed all of these things. So yes, it will deal with that. This course covers everything you need to know as a copywriter. Okay. There is something is different when you know how to write copy, but how do you implement it? That is why I said I'll be bringing in a business owner from the United States, right? These people, they're advanced in some certain things like this. There is this upsell, there is front end offer, back end offer. You need to know how to fit in. So when I was starting out, I just learned how to write copy. I did not know that, okay, you need to act this certain way when you want to write an upsell. You need to do this when you want to write this. So these are the things you get to learn from practicals, from a practical experience. It is not by just reading them in courses. You understand? So I learned this practical, and that is what I would love to share. Okay, any other thing, guys? Okay. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful evening. I will see you guys tomorrow, 12 p.m.ish, regular time. Have a wonderful night, guys. Okay, Daniel. Thank you, Tarila. See you guys later. Thank you, Goodness. You're welcome, Goodness. You're welcome, Tarila. Good night, Daniel. You're welcome, Omoni. Good night, Veran. You're welcome, Innocent. You're welcome, Lawa. You're welcome, Anthony. Okay, Raymond.